this is just the perfect morning for a hot bowl of comfort food. That's why we're so happy that registered dietitian Carol Harrison is in our kitchen this morning. You're making stew. I love stew.
Who doesn't, right? And winter weather, like we always say it's sweater weather, but it's stew weather too,
it's stew
right?
Weather, yes.
It's stew weather, yes. So comforting, nourishing, perfect for a day like today.
Okay, and perfect to make ahead too.
Yes.
I want to start out with the meat because you have a roast here, and I'm used to seeing, okay, it's stewing beef, and it's already cut up for you.
So here's all our ingredients, so lots of vegetables, and yes, I'm showing a roast because what you could do is you could ask your butcher to buy the roast and then cut it up yourself, and that's another way to save. So we know that stewing beef tends to be a more cheaper cut of meat, but you can, if you're going to cut it up yourself, then you might be able to save some money as well. So you can buy it. You're looking for a blade, a cross rib, a chuck, shoulder. There's lots of different names. It can get confusing. So the best thing to do in it, honestly, is to ask the butcher. I'm making a stew. I want to chop up my own cubes. What can you do for me?
Okay,
yeah.
That's a very good tip.
Yeah, and this beef actually is PEI certified beef. So it's kind of unique in that it's got this natural kind of, beef terroir, PEI, because it's grown on Canada's food island with, the selection of like the best grass and fodder and even potatoes. They feed their potatoes to the cattle as well.
So can you get that at, can you ask your butcher for PEI
Yes,
rates?
you can. If they don't have it, then you can ask for it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's very unique, beautiful cut of meat. And so if your butcher doesn't have it, definitely ask for it.
Okay, so you've cut it up. Is that how the whole process starts here?
So what you want to do is you always want to start with browning your meat. So I always like to do it in batches. So like you said, this is a big recipe. It makes enough for 8. You can get the recipe at canadasfoodisland.ca. So don't rush this. So you want to, I've just spread it out in the pan here. I always do it in batches. So you're searing, you're not steaming. If I put all of that beef in there, 2 pounds of PEI certified beef, it would start to steam and it wouldn't sear. So you want to brown.
Okay.
And that's a lot of flavor that's going in there. Yeah, absolutely.
And then the next step.
And then, so I've already cooked down some onions, celery, and garlic in here. And Annette, I'm going to have you add some of the vegetables here.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll go in with the turnip. So half a cup of turnip. If you had parsnips, that would be fine. 2 cups of carrots. Again, you're looking for a bit of a large dice here because it's going to simmer. This is braising meat that's going to be on the stove for an hour.
And you don't want it to fall apart.
Yeah. So for the potatoes, you're looking for white or Yukon Golds. You don't want the russets. Those will fall apart. Mushrooms, you're looking for cremini. So that was 3 PEI potatoes. 2 cups of mushrooms. Again, the cremini's got more flavor than the button, so you might as well go for the flavor.
Okay.
And some thyme and bay leaves are going to go in there. And we're going to get the beef in there as well. Maybe I'll pick that one up because it's a little awkward and I've got the tongs here. It makes it easy. And if you want to grab the broth over there, so I'll put the beef in here.
This here?
Yeah, that's 4 cups of broth. So this is, of course, naturally nutrient rich, full of protein and 13 different vitamins and minerals, so lots of nutrients in that beef. 4 cups of broth, and that's going to go in there. We're going to bring it up to a boil, and then we're going to lower the heat, and we're going to simmer it down. But one more ingredient that's really important. Do not skip this. This is the Worcestershire.
I add it to my stew as well because it really perks up the flavor.
100%, yeah, it does. It instantly helps to build flavor and build some umami as well. So that's terrific. Don't skip that one. Bring this up to a boil, and then you might want to actually add some more water. You do want it covered, and then you're going to put the lid on it. And here's another secret for a delicious stew. The lid is very important for heat distribution and for the flavors to meld and to keep the meat juicy. So this beef, again, the PEI certified beef, it's healthy, happy, humanely produced beef, and we want to respect those ingredients and enjoy them, right? If we're going to go to all this effort, so cooking them properly is really, really important.
So don't be tempted to lift up the
lid. That's okay.
Yeah.
Stirring once in a while, to be honest with you, is just fine. But yeah, I would put that lid on there and let it do its thing.
Then serve it with great whole wheat bread, and then you popped it into the leftovers into a little puff pastry.
That's right.
Yeah.
1/3 of a cup and folded in a puff pastry, 400 degrees, 20 minutes. Delicious.
Okay. We will get the recipe up on our website, chch.com, and all your socials as well.
Thank you.
I'm hoping to have lunch here.
I think you will.